Hello, it's Mac10 again. This time, as the title might indicate, we're going to be talking about the Diablo 3 release date and why it is so goddamn late. First thing that I want to mention is if you just clicked on this video looking for a release date, I can tell you when it will be released, and that is soon. No, seriously, it's going to be released in the second quarter of 2012. It's just revealed, confirmed, suggested, stated, blah, whatever, by the Blizzard C-levels in their conference call for their investors, which was earlier this week of February the 10th. Anyway, so quarter two, that means we're looking at April, May, June. Somewhere in that area we will get the release. Not the release date announcement, but the game should be in your hand on your computer, your fingers on your keyboard by then. Now, let me explain how we got to this point and why the game has taken so long. First and foremost, the game that you're watching in the background is StarCraft 2, if you didn't already know. Thank you very much. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is that Blizzard Entertainment has had this major issue with a lot of things. In fact, this is probably the most controversial release that Blizzard has ever done because of the real money auction house and the havoc it's created in the foreign market, specifically Korea. The Korean real money auction house, it created this uproar that Blizzard didn't expect. And by uproar, I mean the game ratings board in Korea would not approve it because they felt, because of the nature of the metagame and the fact that you could technically buy an item, sell it, and make profit doing that, and therefore get in the habit of this, you're gambling because you could potentially buy that item and attempt to sell it for more, but you'd be getting less. This could set a precedent that the real money auction house is gambling, and if you didn't already know, the real money auction house has been removed from the Korean version of the game. Okay, now let's take a step back and how do we know this is the reason the game was delayed? Alright, well, I'm going to link at the bottom of this video a photo of a leaked email that circulated around the internet, I believe initially in March of 2011, and then popped up again in August of 2011. It was leaked by a pissed-off former Blizzard employee. This letter contained information related to everything that was going to be discussed at BlizzCon. You got your name of your new expansion, Mists of Pandaria. You've got the name of a bunch of different units in Heart of the Swarm, like Viper, stuff like that. They had a list of units. They didn't say what they did, but they had a list of the new units in Heart of the Swarm. And, moving right along, they were right about it. This letter was right about everything that was going to happen at BlizzCon as far as Mists of Pandaria before it was confirmed months before. I mean, it was absolute spot on about everything except the Diablo release date. The Diablo release date was going to be at the end of November of 2011 with a backup date of January 17th, 2012. Blizzard hit neither of these dates because in September, when the game was in the early stages of its beta, the Real Money Auction House first came to light as an issue with the Korean Game Ratings Board. Moving right along from that, a blogger named Deity created this sort of created this theory. He crafted a lot of what I'm talking about now, and he was responsible. He's the source for a lot of this information, and he created a bit of a cult following. Not really a cult following, but there are a lot of people going to his website. And Blizzard realizes that a lot of people that regular their forums also regular his blog. And so Blizzard doesn't want there to be a clear, direct link to the Real Money Auction House, because people were posting about the Real Money Auction House all over the D3 forum. I mean, everywhere you look, there's information about what's going on with the Real Money Auction House up until the day it was passed in early January of 2012. So, that's a big part of it. They really don't want to look like they waited on just this extra stream of money. It doesn't look good for a company like Blizzard, which I do love very much. They made StarCraft that you're seeing in the background. They made World of Warcraft, which is a good game if you have a lot of time to kill. They made Warcraft 3, great game. They made Brood War, great game. But what they're doing with this is just, it's a real pain in the ass. When they do this, it's really hard for Blizzard to look their customers in the face and say, hey guys, the game's been done for a really long time, but we didn't want to put it on the market yet because we could make more money if we waited for a global release. And they're still going to go through with this global release, but now they're not going to have the Korean Real Money Auction House versus America, you damn well better bet, is going to have that Real Money Auction House. Because Blizzard is currently expecting to get around a third of their monthly subscription, a little under a third of their monthly subscription revenue that they get from WoW. They expect to get that same money back from the monthly fee, real money auction house fees for every transaction. You know, there's like a 70-cent fee for a successful auction, 15-cent fee for any other auction. So that's a big part of it, and that's where the consistent stream of money's coming from. That's going to be their new WoW subscription fee, at least for a little while. And this, in conjunction with Heart of the Swarm, in conjunction with Mists of Pandaria, in conjunction with the Diablo expansions, will hold Blizzard over until their new MMO Titan, which is going to be their new World of Warcraft, can really start to pick up all of those subscription fees again, which is sort of what I feel like Blizzard's holding off to. It's like this PvZ where the Protoss is just trying not to die until he has a death ball where he can come mow down the Zerg. So, Another thing, if you've played the beta, you know that the beta is a ridiculously small fraction of the game that is actually coming out. And this is it's ridiculous. It's a beta that's like it's like a tenth of a fourth of the game. It's ridiculously small. It's 90 minutes of game time for the most simple of players. You got 2 hours of game time before you beat the Skeleton King and you beat the beta. Why is this? Because the beta came out in October, or late September, early October, and the game was meant to be published in November. It was never meant to be a beta that was supposed to last half a fucking year. But anyway, that's all I've got for you as far as more discussion about the debate. Deity's blog and the letter will be posted below the video. And I really just want to take a second to thank Total Biscuit for the idea of the format of the video you're seeing with me narrating and game screens in the background, because that's a whole lot easier to make. Thanks again. I'll talk to you later.